So we're going to talk a little bit about the bracha. And in Jewish life, we say the blessing. Say Baruch Atah Hashem, Elokeinu Melech Haolam, yada yada yada. So that means blessed are you. Baruch Atah, Baruch is blessed, Atah is you. Hashem is God's name. We don't say the name. We don't even you think you say the name, you say, you got these guys that are called Jehovah's Witnesses, right? So they think the name is Jehovah. Ha! It's something else. It's not, even if you read it in the book with the vowels, that's not the name. It's a secret. Sod. But anyhow, so we say our master, my master, Adonai. That's the word for God, with a capital master with a capital M. And then Eloheinu is judge, our judge. And then Melech Olam is king of the world. So it's blessed are you, my master, our judge, king of the world. And then we have two different kinds of blessings. You got the blessings on the mitzvahs, and you got the blessings on enjoyment. So every time a Jew enjoys from this world, he says a bracha. You eat an apple, Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam, Borei Pri Ha'etz. And you eat the apple before speaking or doing anything else. So why? Because you enjoy the apple. So, where do we learn to say the bracha? It says in the Torah, you will eat and be satisfied and you will bless. Chalta v'svata v'arachta. So God said, when you eat, you'll be blessed. And the Talmud says something very strong. The Talmud says, anybody who enjoys from this world without pronouncing a blessing before, it's as if he has stolen from the temple. Meaning, everything he gives us is like his own personal stuff, which was much more apparent in the Holy Temple, where for God's food, so to speak, there was an altar to burn the food, and for God's bread, the showbreads, and God's incense, and all these, it's all for God, right? I mean, we would enjoy from it only because God would allow us to enjoy from it. And so, like, let's say somebody took the vessel, there were wine libations in the temple. Now, of course, God doesn't eat, He doesn't drink, He's totally abstract, but we would do something to show as a ritual that would connect us to an essential, make a connection, because we're only human, we can only do human things. We knew very well that God doesn't eat or drink, but by taking something of ours and sacrificing it, pouring the wine libations, or offering the ox or the cow and burn as a burnt offering. We're taking something that we could take ourselves and say, no, I'm not going to take it for myself. I'm going to give it to God. So this was the way, a very accepted way in the ancient world, and we still study about these sacrifices, and we understand fully well that God doesn't eat or drink. We just have to do an action. So let's say with a blessing, somebody took. The king had a cup, and then the servants took the king's cup and went and drank with it at home or with his friends, and then brought it back. Wouldn't that servant be put to death or punished severely for misappropriating the king's property, using without permission? Even if you have your own thing, your own laptop computer, somebody just doesn't go and take it and use it without asking you, it's immoral. So that's the level of appreciation of how the earth is God's and the fullness thereof, where everything I have in the world, every apple, every good thing I enjoy in the world, every good smell, right? Every time I see a rainbow or smell a good smell, even every time I eat and enjoy the food, right? Every time I light the light for Shabbat and I enjoy that light on Shabbat. Okay, there we say it's a mitzvah, but it's double. It's mitzvah and enjoyment. So anytime I enjoy the world, I say Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Olam, or in order to teach it, I'll say it the proper way. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam, Borei Priya Etz, who creates the fruit of the tree. So everybody wants to know about the Kabbalah. So if you look at the next YouTube segment, I'm going to explain some of the deep Kabbalistic explanations about the bracha, the blessing, and the formula for the blessing, which is kind of a mantra to remember God at all times. It's the ultimate Jewish mantra of the Jewish neshama, the Jewish soul, is reciting the blessing before eating and after eating. And truly, every time we enjoy, we have a specific bracha that is traditionally, it gets according to tradition. We don't make up blessings. We already have the blessings as a tradition, and in that way we have a continuity of generations. And in the next segment we're going to look at some of the deep understanding behind the words of the blessing, for both the blessings of enjoyment and also the blessings we pronounce over mitzvot, saying Asher Kiddishanu b'mitzvotav, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning mitzvah XYZ.